Hey everyone, it's Pickleball with Tyler with Universal Rackets, and in this video, we're going to make your return better, regardless of your playing level, regardless of your racket sports ability. If you stay tuned for this whole video, we're going to be going over tons of tips, tons of tricks, and tons of exercises for you to improve your return of serve. Now, in my opinion, the return of serve is the #1 shot in pickleball. And the reason why is whoever is closest to the kitchen or at the kitchen is in the best position to win. So a lot of players say, well, the serve, you start the point. But the thing is, the serve, you have to stay back and let the ball bounce and hit your third. When you return, you have first dibs on getting up to the kitchen. You have first dibs on being in the most offensive and aggressive position. If you can start making your return of serve a weapon, you're going to be able to create and set the tone of the point. Too many players, they don't hit a good return of serve and they're behind in the point. In this video, we are going to get you in front. We are going to get you at the start so you can create more winners, more offensive opportunities, and win more pickleball points. So make sure you buckle your seatbelts and stay tuned because this is going to be an amazing video. Let's go. Now the first thing, and the reason why we have a side view right here, is if you want to instantly improve your return and hit a better return regardless of your playing level, all you're going to do is stand a few steps back. A lot of players, they like to stand here at the line. I don't know why, but there's no rule in pickleball that you have to be on the line while you're waiting for your return. If you play any type of player that hits the ball beyond the transition zone, if I'm standing here and the ball bounces here, the first thing I have to do is move backward. I want to stand back a little bit. So now when the ball comes to me, the first thing I can do is move forward. Notice, I'm going to get to the kitchen faster if I'm moving forward and through my return rather than moving back. Before, and a lot of players, the return isn't a weapon because they're standing here, they have to let the ball bounce, they move back, and then once they get up, their next shot's going to be in the transition zone. And who wants to be in the transition zone? Instead, stand a little bit further back so now you can hit and instantly move up. So #1 is stand further back. The second thing that I want you to do is I want you to think, do not let the ball come to you, go to the ball. Be proactive, not be reactive. If I'm waiting for the ball, if I'm just waiting to react, I'm probably not going to be full speed ahead. I want you to think of a train. A train goes, gets momentum, and they can't just slow down. I want you to think of yourself like a train. It takes a little bit to speed up, then you get going, and you're good to go. If I'm standing here and I'm just waiting for the ball, and then the ball finally gets to me, oh, then I have to move up and then hit, I'm going to be further back. Instead of waiting for the ball, I'm going to hit and move up to the ball. By hitting and moving up to the ball, I'm going to get more momentum and I'm going to end up closer to the kitchen. So a great drill to do is either have someone serve at you or self-toss yourself and just work on, again, moving up to the ball. For my backhand, here we are, I'm just moving up to the ball. I'm not letting the ball come to me. I am moving up to the ball. So we're standing a little bit further back and now we're moving up to the ball and we're getting closer to the kitchen line if we are not already at the kitchen line by doing those two tactics. The next thing that I want you to think is I want you to think about blocking or redirecting. I don't want you to think about swinging and hitting. A lot of players, where they go wrong is they think the main power source for the return is their swing. Before, maybe we were waiting here and we would have to arm our way out of it. But now because we have forward momentum, all we're doing with our paddle is literally redirecting the ball. So instead of taking a giant swing, I am using my momentum to go forward and create power. I want you to notice how small I limit my swing when I hit. I take the paddle back and I move up. Look, I have no backswing whatsoever. The bigger of a backswing that I swing, the more things can go wrong and the higher likelihood I have of hitting the ball out. If you can keep your shots short, compact, and concise, you're going to be able to hit a way better return of serve. For the forehand return, I'm only taking the paddle back here. For the backhand return, I'm only taking the paddle back here. I'm never taking the paddle back really behind my body. I'm going to get late, I'm going to get jammed, and I'm not going to be able to keep the ball in. So just work on, do some shadow swings and be ready. Take your paddle back, move up to the ball. Again, I'm ready, I'm taking my paddle back, and I'm moving up to the ball. I want you to notice too when I move up to the ball, and we are going to take the camera over here, and I'm going to show you when I'm moving up, look where my paddle is. Every single time that I hit a return of serve, I'm going to keep my paddle out in front while I move to the transition. A lot of players, where they go wrong is that they hit their return, then they're moving up with their hands down, then their opponent hits a third shot drive, they're raising their hands, and they end up popping the ball up or not being able to hit the ball back. What I need to do is after I hit my return, notice how I'm moving up with my paddle already out in front. So now if they hit a drive at me, I can just move the paddle here rather than before I'm moving up here, then I have to take the paddle up and then I get jammed. So just really work on hitting your return and moving forward with your paddle. Even if you're not hitting a return, just work on getting up to the kitchen like this instead of getting up to the kitchen like that. This I'm not ready, I'm gonna get body bagged, it's gonna be hard to react. This I'm going to be able to get the ball out in front. So work on, again, hitting your return, moving forward, and then keeping your paddle up so you can hit the next ball. Always make sure you run with your paddle out in front. Now I want you to notice with my body, and this is the big difference between a beginner, intermediate, and a high level player. When I take a backswing and I take my paddle back for the forehand or backhand, I want you to notice where my chest is. Ready? Here we are. So I'm gonna hit a forehand, boom. I'm gonna hit a backhand, here. Notice, I'm always facing forward when I hit. A lot of players, they're trying to do their drives and they're turning sideways, they're stepping, and they're hitting, and you don't have a lot of time. What I want you to do is try to be more in an open stance. And for your forehand return, I'm gonna move up. Look how my chest is still facing forward. Notice I'm turning. I'm not like this, I'm not open arming the ball, but I'm turning, but I'm keeping my body open, and then I'm moving up. For my backhand as well, here we are, hit my backhand. Short backswing, I'm moving forward. Look how my body's open here, and then I move up. If I can keep my body open, that's going to make sure my hips are facing forward, and that's going to allow me to run and move forward while I hit. If I'm sideways right now and I turn sideways, I hit, then I have to move my body back to the middle, and then I have to keep on going. I'm going to be further back. So again, when you hit, make sure that your body is always facing forward, your hips are always facing forward. You're still turning your chest, but you're hitting and you're moving forward. You're not turning sideways, hitting, and then trying to move forward. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to turn the camera around and we're going to go over where to aim. Now, what you have to remind yourself is that the server has to let the ball bounce. Once again, when you hit, the server has to let the ball bounce. So where a lot of players go wrong is they end up trying to go too low over the net. If the ball's automatically in the net, who wins the point? The other team, every single time. No matter what, the ball went in the net, they won. However, if the ball's super high, can their opponent or can your opponent just come up and smash it down? No, because they have to let the ball bounce for their third shot. So if you play with some height, you will be all right. Once again, if you play with some height, you will be all right on your return of serve. A lot of players are afraid to hit the ball too high and they go so low over the net and it's not consistent. If you can hit the ball high, you can also hit the ball deep, and that's going to push your opponent back. The goal on the return of serve, remember, is to not automatically win the point. It's to create your opportunity and push the server back further behind, that they're going to be on their back foot, or when they hit their fifth shot, what are they going to do? They're not going to be at the kitchen line. If I serve and I hit my serve, then you return the ball back to me and it's in the court, I can just hit it as a server and then move up and look, I'm at the kitchen. The goal is to keep the server away from the kitchen. What I want is, say if I serve and you return to me, instead of returning up, you're going to return deeper. What's going to happen? I'm going to have to let the ball bounce as a server. Now I hit the ball because I'm back here pushed back. And now the next shot that I hit, instead of being up at the kitchen, look, now I'm in the transition. Would you rather hit balls up at the kitchen, or would you rather hit the balls in the transition? If you can keep your opponent back into transition and not up at the kitchen, that is going to win you points. That's going to get you in control, and it's going to give you the most offensive potential possible. So when you hit, again, you want to make sure that you aim deep. You aim deep back here. You don't aim short up here. Now, the big thing is, on the contrary, when we aim deep, we try to get the ball in. We try to baby the ball in. So what are we doing? We're slowing it down, and then it might go long. Even though you're limiting your take back, you have to still make sure that you exaggerate your follow throw. Once again, if you limit your take back, you still have to make sure that you exaggerate your follow throw. So you don't want to hit and stop. You want to hit and make sure you fully follow through for your serve. Every single time, regardless of your forehand or backhand, when you hit, you always come up over your shoulders. You're never just stopping at contact. A lot of players, they stop at contact because they are afraid. Every single time that you're done your forehand or backhand return, you either want to touch the back of your right shoulder, left shoulder if you're a righty, or the back of your right shoulder if you're a lefty. So every single time you're going to be here once you're done. Now we're going to have Sienna come over here, and Sienna, you're going to work on your return of serve, and I'm going to show you guys what we would do to teach anybody. Now, has Sienna hit a real return of serve before? Probably not, but we're going to teach you. So you're going to be in your ready position, and what we're going to do teaching someone the return of serve is she's going to be ready. Then you're going to turn sideways. We're going to work on our forehand. So you're going to have your paddle back here, and then what I want you to do is I want you to hit the ball, touch her, and then move up here, okay? Ready? So you're going to hit it, touch your back, now move up. Good, that was perfect. Do it again. So you're going to be sideways, take your paddle back, now hit it, touch your back, now move up. Good. Two more. Paddle back, you're going to hit it, touch back, good, move up, good, one more. You're going to hit it, touch the back, and move up. And look at that, how's that feel?
Okay.
It feels okay? So now she's up closer, rather than what? People do this, hit and just stay there, okay? So they're going to hit, they're going to stay here, and they're just going to stay, and then they're not going to go anywhere. And then the next ball, they're going to hit it back here again. If Sienna can get all the way up to the kitchen, she's going to be in the best position to win, because now what can you do? You can smash balls down at your opponent rather than forward, or you can do one of those amazing dinks. So you always have to make sure, again, you hit and move forward. Now, after we do a couple of the drop feeds, then we're going to get mommy in the video real quick, and we're going to do regular feeds. So notice this progression. Number one, we do the drop feed. Now mommy's going to come out. We're going to do the regular feed, and then we're going to do actual serves. So you learn it with the drop, then you transition to the regular. Do you want to go over there or over here? You want to go over there? And then we're going to do the full motion. So I'm going to come up to the kitchen right now, and you're going to be back. You're just working on your return of serve, okay? And here we are. You're going to hit your return of serve, back to the baseline. I'm serving to you, and you're going to return it. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have her hit her return, move forward, and now she has to get a short one. And then we're going to move back, and we're going to do it again. Again, she's going to hit back there, and then she's got to get a short one. Now notice what I'm doing with the second ball is I'm making the second ball really short. And if she doesn't move forward, she's not going to be able to get to the second shot. So by feeding it, it emphasizes her really moving forward, and for her to have to touch that ball, it's going to keep her going forward every single time. So every single time I'm going to make that second ball harder. Here we are, really short. She has to really move up. And look, she's up at the kitchen, and she's in the best place to win. Now, after we do that, we're going to take it all the way back to the baseline, and we're going to hit regular returns of serves. Should I do the final one? Here we are. I'll do it, okay? So I'm going to hit the last one, okay? So you're going to serve to me, and I'm going to be back. And remember, I'm trying to keep my body forward, limit the paddle movement, and then what am I going to do? I'm going to follow through. Paddle back, limit it, and fully follow through. Now, was that a good return? Maybe it was a little bit short. Here we are. See, you'll be my partner over here, okay? And we'll play the point. Move up to the kitchen, up to the kitchen. Up, up, up. So I'm gonna be ready. Short paddle swing, and then touch my follow through. Okay, ready? Get ready. Go, you. Nice. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go. We got that on camera. 1-0. Come on, move back, move back. All right, 1-0 us. Oh, wait. You're serving. Mommy's serving. You move up. You move up. We'll put this on Sparkle Studios, too. Here we are. Paddle back, moving forward. Oh, got it. Oh, I thought you had it. Oh, that's okay. Down the middle solves the riddle. So a big thing for that one, I really followed through. The more you follow through, I think personally, the deeper you're going to hit. So when I do it, paddle back. Okay, you're never playing soccer again or gymnastics. You're playing pickleball. Okay, I'm gonna wave real quick so we have that. Are you serious? Okay, we're playing doubles. So now you take the middle, okay? Here we go, let's go. And start working on, again, really following through. Where I go wrong even myself, because I don't want to miss right now because I'm playing with my daughter and I'm on YouTube. Where do I go wrong? Move up, Sienna. Get ready. Look for the middle though. Do it again, right? Over. So where I go wrong is, watch, I'll try to slow it down. So I'll try to stop it like this. I'll like be here and I'll try to stop. And it doesn't really go well. Every single time, and the big tip that works for me is, again, I have to make sure I touch my shoulder when I hit. Every single time when I hit, I touch my shoulder once I'm done. So I'm gonna be ready, paddle back, touch my shoulder, and then I'm gonna hit. And then we're gonna be good. So another big thing I think about myself as well is making sure I keep my body down. That last one bounced really deep, but how did I get it back? I got it back by staying low. You want to make sure throughout your return you continually stay low, even if the ball gets close to you. If the ball gets close to you and you stay low, you're going to be good to go. So I have to make sure, again, I'm here and I stay low, low, and then I go. Touch my shoulder, and then we're up. Nice. Just a little bit out. One more, last one. Match point. Another thing too is on your toes. Notice my toes, I'm always facing my opponent, and then I'm coming in. Oh, go. You. Oh, nice. So I need to make sure I always face my opponent. I'm always on my toes. What I don't want to do, and where I go wrong, is a lot of players, they're waiting for the return and they're on their heels. If I'm on my heels, it's going to be super difficult to pull to the right or to the left. However, if I'm on my toes and I'm facing my opponent, now I can instantly go to the left side or I can go to the right side. So I always want to make sure, again, I'm on my toes. I'm never on my heels. If I'm on my heels, it's going to be super difficult to push off to the left or to the right. So on the toes, get in a ready stance, stay low, keep your head down, keep your body forward, and that's how you get that proper return. Always make sure, again, you're getting the ball out in front, keeping your head down. Play with some height, you're going to be all right. Touch your opposite shoulder, and you'll be way better off. Now, have a good one. Happy hitting. Make sure to check out the whole channel. Subscribe, share. Sienna, you want to say go subscribe? Do you want to say it? No? All right. And we'll see you guys next time on court.